Number 1. The 1966 Chevrolet Chevelle 300 Deluxe Pro Touring. If you're looking for a classic Chevelle with modern supercar performance, this might be one of the wildest builds on the market. Listed at $87,500, this 1966 Chevelle 300 Deluxe Pro Touring isn't a restoration, it's a complete transformation. Under the hood sits a 540 cubic inch blueprint big block V8, producing an incredible 731 horsepower and 725 pound-feet of torque. Power is sent through a Tremec T56 6-speed manual transmission and a 12-bolt positraction rear end with 3.73 gears, creating a combination that's equally at home on the highway or the track. But this car is about much more than straight-line speed. It features a CPP Stage 4 Pro Touring suspension, QA1 adjustable coilovers, power 4-wheel disc brakes, tubular control arms, sway bars, and power steering. In other words, this Chevelle was built to corner and stop just as well as it accelerates. According to the seller, the car received a no-expense-spared body-off restoration, with fewer than 3,800 miles since completion. The laser-straight body, restored gold bench seat interior, fresh glass, and extensive documentation, including dyno sheets and build receipts, suggest this was a professionally planned build from start to finish. So, is it worth nearly $90,000? In my opinion, for someone looking for a high-end pro touring Chevelle, the answer is yes. Building a car to this level today would likely cost significantly more than the asking price, especially with a 731 horsepower crate engine and premium suspension components. This isn't a numbers-matching museum piece. It's a classic American muscle car reimagined with modern engineering, built to be driven hard, enjoyed often, and capable of outperforming many modern performance cars while still turning heads everywhere it goes. Number 2. The 1969 Chevrolet Chevelle SS. Few American muscle cars have achieved legendary status quite like the 1969 Chevrolet Chevelle SS. With its aggressive styling, unmistakable stance, and big block power, the 69 Chevelle remains one of the most sought-after classics ever built. This example is located in Princeton, Minnesota, carrying an asking price of $59,995. According to the seller, it has just over 1,000 miles since completion and is described as one of the cleanest, best-built Chevelles around. Under the hood sits Chevrolet's iconic 396 cubic inch big block V8, paired with an automatic transmission. The 396 became famous during the golden age of muscle cars for delivering strong torque, exciting acceleration, and the unmistakable rumble that enthusiasts still love today. Although the listing is brief, the seller emphasizes the overall quality of the build, suggesting the Chevelle has been carefully restored and finished to a very high standard. In my opinion, the 1969 Chevelle SS represents everything enthusiasts look for in a classic muscle car: timeless styling, legendary big block performance, and undeniable road presence. If the condition matches the seller's description, this could be an outstanding example that's ready to enjoy on the street or proudly display at any car show. Number 3. The 1961 Chevrolet Impala Coupe. The 1961 Chevrolet Impala is one of the most iconic full-size American classics ever built. With its sleek roofline, distinctive rear styling, and timeless chrome accents, it's a car that continues to attract collectors more than 60 years after it first hit the road. This particular 1961 Chevrolet Impala Coupe is located in Indianapolis, Indiana, with an asking price of $58,000. Finished in factory midnight blue poly with a matching blue interior, it's powered by a 327 cubic inch V8 paired with Chevrolet's dependable PowerGlide 2-speed automatic transmission. According to the seller, the Impala runs and drives exceptionally well. It features power steering, an all-new interior, brand-new chrome, new moldings and trim, fresh paint, classic dual antennas, and a new set of 13 by 7-wire wheels that perfectly complement its early 60s styling. The seller describes it as a great cruiser that's ready to be driven anywhere, suggesting that the focus has been on creating a reliable, enjoyable classic rather than simply a display piece. In my opinion, this Impala combines beautiful styling with tasteful restoration work and dependable V8 power. While $58,000 places it toward the higher end of the market, the extensive cosmetic updates and strong presentation make it an attractive choice for anyone looking for a standout early 60s Chevrolet. Number 4. The 1964 Chevrolet Impala SS. What if I told you that for just $29,500, you could own a fully restored 1964 Chevrolet Impala SS with modern upgrades and show-quality presentation? That's a lot of classic American style for the money. Finished in a stunning burgundy custom paint, this Impala has been completely restored from the ground up. According to the seller, the car was stripped down to the bare body and rebuilt the right way, with no shortcuts taken. The paint changes tone beautifully in the sunlight, while the re-chromed trim, new weather stripping, and crystal-clear glass complete the high-end look. Under the hood is a rebuilt 350 small-block V8, paired with a rebuilt automatic transmission and a refreshed rear end. It also features power disc brakes on all four wheels, giving this classic much better stopping power than it had from the factory. Sitting on 17-inch Foose wheels, it blends timeless styling with a modern stance. Inside, the cabin has been professionally restored with a factory-style dash tachometer, tilt power steering, and a beautifully refinished interior. The car was originally equipped with air conditioning, although the compressor and related components were not reinstalled after the restoration. So, is it worth the asking price? Personally, I think it is. For under $30,000, you're getting a beautifully restored Impala SS with a rebuilt drivetrain, upgraded brakes, and a restoration that appears to have been completed with great attention to detail. If you're looking for a classic that's ready to drive, show, and enjoy, this 1964 Chevrolet Impala SS is definitely worth a closer look. Number 5. The 1970 Chevrolet Chevelle SS 396 Convertible. What if I told you that for $89,900, you could own a genuine 1970 Chevelle SS 396 convertible with documentation to prove it? This isn't just another Chevelle dressed up with SS badges. According to the seller, it's a real SS 396 car, complete with its original build sheet and documentation confirming its authenticity. While the 396 V8 is no longer numbers matching, it's paired with a 700R4 overdrive automatic transmission, giving the car much better highway manners than the factory setup. Out back is a 12-bolt rear axle with 3.31 gears, making it an excellent cruiser that's still plenty capable when you step on the throttle. The seller says the car was restored about 25 years ago, yet it still presents like a fresh build. In fact, it has accumulated very few miles since the restoration and has even completed the hot rod power tour several times, a good sign that it's been built to drive, not just to sit in a garage. Finished in red with a black interior, this convertible also comes equipped with factory-style air conditioning, power steering, power brakes, and a power-operated convertible top. Even the SS stripes are painted rather than vinyl decals, adding to the car's high-quality appearance. Perhaps the biggest highlight is the seller's claim that the car has no rust, with high-quality paint and virtually everything replaced or restored as needed. So, is it worth the asking price? In my opinion, yes. A documented 1970 Chevelle SS 396 convertible is already a highly desirable collector car. Add tasteful upgrades like the overdrive transmission, excellent presentation, and proven road trip reliability, and it becomes an even more appealing package. Because some classics are built to sit under bright lights. This one was built to put the top down, hit the highway, and be driven. Number 6. The 1962 Chevrolet Impala Coupe. Some classic cars never go out of style, and the 1962 Chevrolet Impala is one of them. With its clean body lines, iconic rear styling, and unmistakable Chevrolet heritage, it's a car that continues to attract collectors more than 6 decades after it first hit the road. This example is listed at $29,000, and one detail immediately stands out. It has had only 2 owners, with the second owner keeping the car since 1974. That's over 50 years of ownership, something that's becoming increasingly rare in today's collector car market. Power comes from Chevrolet's legendary 327 cubic inch V8, paired with a 4-speed manual transmission. Personally, I think that's one of the best combinations you could ask for in an early Impala. The 327 is known for its reliability and lively performance, while the 4-speed manual makes the driving experience much more engaging than an automatic. Finished in white with an aqua green interior, the car has a classic early 1960s look that perfectly matches the era. According to the seller, the interior remains in decent condition, and most importantly, The car runs and drives very well. So, is it worth the asking price? In my opinion, yes. Between the desirable 327 V8, the 4-speed manual, and over 5 decades of documented ownership by the same person, this Impala offers the kind of history that collectors appreciate. Clean, largely original cars with ownership stories like this are becoming harder to find every year. The 1962 Chevrolet Impala isn't just an American classic, it's a piece of automotive history. And for someone looking for a timeless cruiser with proven pedigree, this one is certainly worth a closer look. Number 7. The 1969 Pontiac GTO Judge Tribute. The 1969 Pontiac GTO Judge is one of the most recognizable muscle cars ever built. But this example comes with an important detail. The seller clearly states that it started life as a Pontiac Lemons and has since been transformed into a Judge Tribute. Located in Benson, Minnesota, the car is listed at $25,750. Finished in bright orange with a black interior, it certainly captures the aggressive look that made the Judge famous. Power comes from a 350 cubic inch V8 equipped with a Holley 4-barrel carburetor and headers. It's backed by an automatic transmission and complemented by several desirable upgrades, including power front disc brakes, power steering, a 12-bolt positraction rear axle with 3.55 gears, tubular control arms, factory tilt steering, Pontiac rally wheels, and the iconic hood-mounted tachometer. The seller also notes that this was originally a factory air conditioning car, although the compressor is currently missing. The older paint shows some age, but it's still presentable, and according to the seller, the car runs, drives, and cruises very well. In my opinion, it's important to view this car for what it is. Not a genuine GTO Judge, but a well-equipped Judge Tribute with classic Pontiac styling and plenty of street appeal. For someone who loves the iconic Judge appearance without paying genuine Judge prices, this could be a fun and affordable classic to enjoy. Number 8. The 1969 Mercury Cougar. The 1969 Mercury Cougar offered buyers a more refined alternative to the Ford Mustang, combining sporty styling with a more luxurious interior and a smooth V8 driving experience. Today, it's become an underrated classic that delivers plenty of character without the premium price of many comparable muscle cars. This particular 1969 Mercury Cougar is located in Duluth, Minnesota, with an asking price of $15,000. Finished in white with a black interior, it shows just over 49,000 miles and comes with a clean title. Under the hood is a 351 Windsor V8 with a 2-barrel carburetor, paired with an FMX automatic transmission and an 8-inch rear axle. According to the seller, the interior has been completely restored, and the car includes valuable documentation such as service records, the original build sheet, and a Monte report, which helps verify the car's factory specifications and history. The seller also states that the Cougar is completely rust-free and runs well. The only significant item remaining is the exterior paint, which they say could use a fresh repaint to bring the car up to mint condition. In my opinion, this Cougar represents excellent value. A rust-free body, fully restored interior, documented history, and a dependable 351 Windsor V8 are all major positives. At $15,000, it appears to be an affordable classic that's only a paint job away from becoming an outstanding example. Number 9. The 1961 Oldsmobile Starfire and Delta 88 package. What if I told you that for just $16,000, you could take home 2 classic 1961 Oldsmobiles instead of one? That's exactly what's being offered here. The star of the package is a beautiful 1961 Oldsmobile Starfire convertible, finished in white with a red interior. According to the seller, it runs and drives great and is powered by the legendary 394 cubic inch high-performance V8. It also comes equipped with power windows, power locks, a Wonderbar radio, auto-dimming headlights, a brand new convertible top, and new brakes. Even better, the seller says the floors and trunk are solid, and the car has a clean title. Included with the deal is a salmon-colored 1961 Oldsmobile Delta 88, a rust-free Nebraska car that's being sold as a parts car. While it doesn't have a title, it offers a valuable collection of original parts that could help maintain or restore the Starfire for years to come. So, is it worth the asking price? Personally, I think it's a very interesting package. You're getting a running and driving Starfire convertible plus a complete donor car for $16,000. For Oldsmobile enthusiasts, that's a combination that's becoming harder to find. If you've been searching for a stylish early-60s cruiser with the added bonus of a spare parts car, this 1961 Oldsmobile package is definitely worth considering. Number 10. The 1961 Chevrolet Impala Sports Sedan. What if I told you that for $29,500, you could own a remarkably original 1961 Chevrolet Impala that's remained largely untouched for more than 6 decades? This isn't a restored show car. According to the seller, it's an all-original survivor, retaining its factory paint, original interior, and original drivetrain, a combination that's becoming increasingly difficult to find. It's the desirable sports sedan, Chevrolet's elegant 4-door hardtop with no center pillar, giving it the same sleek open-window look that made the 2-door models so popular. Power comes from the legendary 348 cubic inch V8, paired with the original Turbo Glide automatic transmission. The 348 is one of Chevrolet's most iconic early big block engines, delivering smooth torque and the unmistakable character of a full-size American cruiser. Finished in tan with a matching tan interior, this Impala reflects the understated elegance of the early 1960s. Rather than being heavily modified, it has been preserved much the way it left the factory. The seller says the car has had only 2 owners, shows just over 51,000 miles, and most importantly, runs and drives perfectly. That's exactly what many collectors hope to find, a survivor that can still be enjoyed on today's roads. So, is it worth the asking price? In my opinion, absolutely. Original, unmodified classics continue to become more desirable, especially when they retain their factory paint, interior, and drivetrain. This 1961 Impala isn't valuable because it's over-restored. It's valuable because it tells the story of what a Chevrolet looked and felt like when it was new. Number 11. The 1972 Chevrolet Monte Carlo. The 1972 Chevrolet Monte Carlo has always lived in the shadow of the Chevelle, but that's exactly what makes it such an interesting classic today. It offers the same GM body platform, V8 power, and timeless styling, often at a much lower price. This example is listed at $15,000, making it an affordable entry into the world of classic American V8s. At first glance, it has everything most enthusiasts are looking for: long body lines, a sporty coupe profile, and the unmistakable presence that made the first-generation Monte Carlo so popular. According to the seller, the car runs and drives well, powered by a rebuilt 350 small-block V8 paired with a dependable turbo 350 automatic transmission. That's one of Chevrolet's most proven drivetrain combinations, known for reliability, strong aftermarket support, and inexpensive maintenance. The seller also mentions that the paint was redone in 2025, while both the suspension and transmission have been refreshed, meaning several of the biggest mechanical expenses have already been taken care of. Those updates should make the car much more enjoyable for weekend cruising or local car shows. So, is it worth the asking price? In my opinion, yes. For $15,000, you're getting a classic GM coupe with a freshly rebuilt engine, updated transmission, newer suspension, and recent paintwork. Considering how much Chevelles continue to appreciate, the Monte Carlo remains one of the best values from the same era. The 1972 Chevrolet Monte Carlo may not wear an SS badge, but it delivers classic muscle-era styling, dependable V8 performance, and excellent value, making it a smart choice for anyone wanting to enjoy a vintage Chevrolet without paying muscle car prices. Number 12. The 1973 Chevrolet Nova Custom Coupe. The 1973 Chevrolet Nova marked the beginning of a new generation for Chevrolet's compact muscle car. While it arrived during an era of stricter emissions regulations, the Nova remained a favorite among enthusiasts thanks to its simple design, lightweight body, and incredible potential for V8 performance. This particular 1973 Nova Custom Coupe is located in Wonewoc, Wisconsin, with an asking price of $20,000, or best offer. According to the seller, it's been a 7-year restoration project, bringing the car back to life after spending years stored away in a shed. Under the hood is a rebuilt 350 cubic inch small block Chevrolet V8, upgraded with a mild performance camshaft, headers, and a 2024 Brawler 650 CFM carburetor. The larger headers required replacing the original column shifter with a floor shifter, giving the car a sportier driving feel. The seller says the Nova runs, sounds, and drives great, making it an enjoyable weekend cruiser. The restoration includes new suspension components, sway bars, control arms, radiator, cooling fan, belts, ignition parts, weather seals, headliner, carpet, tires, and hubcaps. The seller also mentions having receipts and documentation for much of the work completed over the years. Not everything is perfect, however. The front and rear seats could benefit from new upholstery, and there's a small rust bubble beneath the painted vinyl roof that may need attention in the future. Rather than hiding those flaws, the seller openly points them out, which is always a positive sign. In my opinion, this 1973 Chevrolet Nova is an honest, well-loved driver that's already received most of the expensive mechanical work. For someone looking for a classic small-block Chevy with room for a few finishing touches, it appears to be a fun and affordable muscle car that's ready to hit the road. Number 13. The 1967 Chevrolet Camaro SS. The 1967 Chevrolet Camaro marked the beginning of one of America's most legendary muscle car nameplates. As the first model year of the Camaro, genuine super sport examples have become increasingly desirable among collectors. This particular 1967 Camaro SS is located in Aberdeen, South Dakota, with an asking price of $30,295. Finished in silver, it's described by the seller as a true SS powered by a 350 cubic inch V8 paired with a 4-speed manual transmission, a combination that delivers the classic muscle car driving experience enthusiasts look for. While the listing is brief, the seller emphasizes that this is an authentic super sport model rather than a tribute or clone. They also mention that trades are welcome and invite interested buyers to request additional details about the car. In my opinion, the biggest attraction here is its authenticity. If the documentation confirms it's a genuine SS, then a real 1967 Camaro SS with V8 power and a 4-speed manual at just over $30,000 could represent a very interesting opportunity for collectors and enthusiasts alike. Number 14. The 1968 Chevrolet Chevelle Hardtop. What if I told you that for $30,000, you could own one of America's most iconic muscle car shapes with a strong-running V8 and upgrades that make it even more enjoyable to drive? This 1968 Chevrolet Chevelle Hardtop is exactly that kind of car. Finished in red with a black interior, it has the classic look that made the '68 Chevelle a favorite among muscle car enthusiasts. Under the hood is a mildly built 350 small-block V8, paired with an automatic transmission. According to the seller, the engine runs strong, making this more than just a car that looks good sitting still. It also comes equipped with a 12-bolt rear end, front disc brakes, and power steering, 3 upgrades that improve both performance and everyday drivability. The seller says it's a nice driver that performs well at local car shows, suggesting it's the kind of classic you can actually enjoy instead of keeping parked in the garage. So, is it worth the asking price? Personally, I think it's a solid option. You're getting a clean-looking Chevelle with a dependable small-block V8, desirable mechanical upgrades, and a car that's already proven itself as a reliable weekend cruiser. If you're looking for a classic muscle car that's ready to drive and enjoy, this 1968 Chevrolet Chevelle Hardtop is definitely worth a closer look. Number 15. The 1970 Chevrolet Impala Custom. What if I told you that for $40,000, you could own a beautifully restored 1970 Chevrolet Impala Custom with its original numbers-matching engine still in place? While muscle cars often steal the spotlight, full-size Chevrolets like this have developed a loyal following thanks to their timeless styling, smooth ride, and unmistakable V8 character. Finished in green with a matching green interior, this Impala Custom has the classic presence that made Chevrolet's flagship coupe such a popular choice in the early 1970s. The color combination gives it an authentic period look that's rarely seen today. According to the seller, the car still retains its numbers-matching 350 V8, paired with an automatic transmission. The engine has been freshened up, helping ensure it's ready for many more miles of enjoyable cruising. The seller also states that the car has been completely restored, with the interior recently redone. Combined with its clean title and restored condition, this sounds like an Impala that's ready to be driven and shown rather than needing another lengthy restoration. One thing I appreciate is that the original engine remains with the car. For many collectors, keeping the factory drivetrain adds both authenticity and long-term appeal. So, is it worth the asking price? In my opinion, yes. A restored 1970 Impala Custom with a numbers-matching 350 V8, refreshed interior, and classic factory styling offers a great balance between collectability and drivability. It may not wear an SS badge, but it delivers exactly what a full-size Chevrolet should: smooth V8 power, timeless styling, and the kind of relaxed cruising experience that never goes out of fashion.